My name is Aditi P and I am the new case manager at the Turning Point. I was initially introduced to the Turning Point back in 2017 when I was looking for volunteer opportunities, and I was able to volunteer here for a few months as a crisis line and hospital advocate, and I really enjoyed the work. I fell in love with just the impact that the Turning Point is able to make in the lives of survivors as well as in the larger community, and I was just really happy to be a part of it. And eventually I went on with my life and I graduated with my master's in social work last year, and I immediately wanted to return to the Turning Point because serving survivors is something I'm really passionate about, and I thought it would be a great opportunity to be able to do it with, after higher education. I'm really thankful for the opportunity to be able to return to the Turning Point, and I've been, working in my role as the case manager for almost 3 months now. I'm a survivor myself, and I grew up seeing sexual violence and rape culture everywhere around me. I'm also an immigrant, so partly because of the community and culture I grew up in, I was no stranger to sexual assault, domestic violence, different types of abuse, as well as rape culture. And because of my culture and community, I valued independence and empowerment from a really young age, and that's what led to me seeking that for myself and for others. Sexual violence is so prevalent everywhere in the world, and there's just so much stigma associated with being a survivor, seeking support for your trauma, and just speaking about your experiences. There's more stigma in being a survivor than there is in being a perpetrator. And I believe that survivors deserve to be treated with respect and empathy and compassion, and they deserve to be believed. And while they're navigating a really challenging time in their lives, I'm really glad that the Turning Point is able to support them through that, and I am able to join hands with the Turning Point and do that as well for survivors. I also believe that there's a huge need for violence prevention and spreading awareness about sexual violence on a larger scale. At the Turning Point, we provide direct services to survivors, but we also provide education and outreach services in the community. And I think there's such a huge need for that because there's a lot of gaps in services, and there's just a lot when it comes to sexual violence that people don't know about. And I feel like it is time to change the narrative from what you should do to not be a survivor, from that to what you should do to not hurt other people, and how you can support survivors, and how to raise children and make sure that they won't be perpetrators. And I feel like there's a lot of stigma associated with even saying such things, but I think there's a huge need for change, and the work we do at the Turning Point is really impactful, and I'm just really thankful to be here, and I hope to continue serving survivors in my role at the Turning Point as well as in my personal life.